Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we'll be doing the sums of pair of straight lines. Let's see this guys. Find the combined equation of pair of lines passing through the origin and perpendicular to the pair of lines given by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Now, let's consider this equation of pair of lines. Equation of pair of lines is given to you as ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Since this is a quadratic equation, let m1 and m2 be the roots. If m1 and m2 are the roots of the equation, then m1 plus m2, guys, we've learned this in 11th standard, is nothing but minus b upon a. So this is going to be minus 2h upon a and minus, this is going to be m1 plus m2 is minus 2h upon b and m1 m2 is nothing but a upon b. Guys, I'll just show you the formula on the right hand side of the board. If I have a quadratic equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c is 0, then alpha plus beta is minus b upon a and alpha beta is c upon a. Right? So in that case, I will have this as, I'm assuming this to be a quadratic equation in the form by square. So in that case I will get this as m1 plus m2 is minus b upon a and this is going to be c upon a. Fine, do we get this in clear? Are we clear with this? I'm assuming this to be the first term, this to be the middle term and this to be the last term. Fine, do we get this much clear? Now, once we have this, let's leave this. Now they said that find the combined equation of a pair of lines passing through the origin and perpendicular to the pair of lines. Now since m1 and m2 are the slopes here, therefore I can say that slopes of the perpendicular lines will be nothing but negative reciprocal minus 1 upon m1 and minus 1 upon m2, right? Once I know the slopes of the perpendicular lines, then I can say that the equations of the perpendicular lines y is equal to mx, since they are lines passing through the origin. Equation of line passing through the origin is y is equal to mx. So equation of the first line will be y is equal to minus m1x. Therefore, I'll get m1y is equal to minus x. Therefore, x plus m1y is 0. Similarly, the equation of the other line will be y is minus 1 upon m2x. Therefore, m2y is equal to minus x. Therefore, x plus m2y is 0. Hence, the combined equation will be nothing but x plus m1y into x plus m2y is equal to 0. But now let's expand this. This is going to be x square plus m2xy plus m1xy plus m1m2 y square is equal to 0. This can be written as x square plus I could take xy common, so in that case I'll get m1 plus m2y plus m1 m2 y square is equal to 0, right? Now let's continue this. We already know the value of m1 plus m2 and m1 m2. If I substitute these values, I'll get therefore x square m1 plus m2 is nothing but minus 2h upon b. So this will be minus 2h upon by plus xy. It's not y, guys. Can you just see this? This is xy. I've taken xy common. So this is going to be m1 plus m2. This is going to be m1 plus m2 xy plus m1 m2. We found the value of m1 m2 to be nothing but a upon b. Y square is 0. I could take b as the common denominator. If I take b as the common denominator, I'll get bx square minus 2hxy plus ay square is 0. This will be the combined equation of pair of perpendicular lines. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Next, let's move on to the next sum, guys. Show that the equation 11x square minus 16xy minus y square is 0 represents a pair of lines through origin inclined at 30 degree with the line 2x minus y plus 5 is 0. Right? Now, answer. Equation of pair of lines. Equation of pair of lines is given as 11x square minus 16xy minus y square is 0. Let y is equal to mx represent one of the lines of the above equation. Next, therefore I could say that slope m1 is m. Now, slope of the line is equation of the line is given to you as 2x minus y plus 5 is 0. Slope of this line is minus a upon b, so that is going to be 2. Now, I need to find out the angle between these two lines. How do I find out the angle? Let theta be the angle between y is equal to mx and 2x minus y plus 5 is 0. Therefore, I can use the tan theta formula. I can say tan theta is modulus of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. We've learned this formula in 11th standard, guys. So in that case, I can say that tan theta is modulus of m1 minus m2. So that's going to be m minus 2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. So 1 plus 2m. Now I need to get rid of the modulus sign. How do I get rid of the modulus sign? I need to square both the sides. So if I say squaring, I'll get tan square theta is m minus 2 the whole square upon 1 plus 2m the whole square. Expand. The numerator can be expanded by using the formula a minus b the whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. Similarly, the denominator can be expanded by using the formula a plus b the whole square. So this is going to be 1 plus 4m plus 4m square, right? But I can say that Let's call this as equation 1 and let's leave this here. Now since y is equal to mx represents one of the line of the equation, it represents one of the line of the equation 11x square minus 16xy minus y square is 0. That means y is equal to mx should satisfy that equation. That means in that particular equation, I can, instead of y, I can write mx. So y is equal to mx should satisfy this equation. That means I can say 11x square minus 16x, y can be written as mx minus mx the whole square is 0. 11x square minus 16 mx square minus m square x square is 0. Therefore you can say divide by x square. If I divide by x square, I'll get 11 minus 16m minus m square is 0. Right, this is what I'll get if I divide by x square, in which case I could say that m square is 11 minus 16m. Now I could substitute that value of m square in equation 1. If I substitute m square in equation 1, I will get tan square theta is equal to, instead of m square I can write 11 minus 16m minus 4m plus 4. Similarly, in the denominator also I can substitute m square as 11 minus 16m. So this will be 1 plus 4m plus 4, 11 minus 16m. Therefore you can say that tan square theta 11 plus 4, 15 minus 20m upon 1 plus 4m plus 44 minus 16 4s are 64m, right? So this can be written as 15 minus 20m. I could take 5 common, so I'll have 3 minus 4m upon, now minus 64 plus 4 is going to give you minus 60m. Similarly, this is 45 minus 60m. 44 plus 1 is 45. 5, 3 minus 4m. In the denominator, I could take 15 common. 15 3s are 45, 15 4s are 60. So I'll get 3 minus 4m. 3 minus 4m in the numerator and denominator cancels. So I will get tan square theta is 1 upon 3. If tan square theta is 1 upon 3, then tan theta will be 1 upon root 3, taking square root on both the sides. But we know that tan 30 is 1 upon root 3, but tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. Therefore theta is 30 degrees, and that's what you have to prove. You have to prove that the angle between the lines is 30 degrees. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Let's move on to the next sum, people. Find K if the lines x square plus kxy plus y square is equal to 0 and x plus y is equal to 5 form an equilateral triangle. Also find area of triangle. Right, now equation of line. Equation of line is given to you as x plus y is equal to 5. Slope of the line, we will assume that as m2 is minus a upon b, so minus 1 upon 1, that is minus 1. equation of pair of lines. Equation of pair of lines is given as x square minus k plus kxy plus y square is equal to 0. Let y is equal to mx represent one of the lines of the above equation, right? In which case I can say that m1 is going to be equal to m, since they form an equilateral triangle. Since they form an equilateral triangle, therefore theta is going to be 60 degree. In an equilateral triangle, every angle is 60 degree. Now, once I know theta, then I can therefore use the tan theta formula. Tan theta is modulus of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. So I can therefore say that tan 60 is modulus of m minus of minus 1 upon 1 plus m into minus 1. Tan 60 is root 3 m plus 1 upon 1 minus m, right? Get rid of the modulus sign. How do I do that? Squaring. So I'll get 3 is equal to m square plus 2m plus 1 upon 1 minus 2m plus m square. Cross multiply. 3 minus 6m plus 3m square is m square plus 2m plus 1. Take everything on one side. So in that case I will get 2m square minus 8m plus 2 is 0. Divide by 2. M square minus 4m plus 1 is 0. But y is equal to mx. Therefore, I can say that m is y upon x. Substitute the value of m in the equation. If I substitute the value of m in the equation, I'll get y upon x the whole square minus 4y upon x plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, y square upon x square minus 4y upon x plus 1 is 0. LCM. Y square minus 4xy plus x square is 0. Take x square as the common denominator. The x square goes on the other side, multiplies by 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Right? Therefore, I can say x square minus 4xy plus y square is 0. This is going to be the combined equation of the pair of lines. But they have given us that the combined equation of pair of lines is x square plus kxy plus y square is 0. If I compare the two equations, I will get therefore k is minus 4. Right? Do we get this thing clear? Now, this is the origin, this is the pair of lines, and this is that line. Let us assume that P is the length of the perpendicular. This is the origin. The equation of the line is given to you as x plus y is equal to 5. Now I will show you this diagram once again without using the coordinate axis. In which case I will show you the baseline here. This is x plus y minus 5 is 0. I took 5 on the other side. And I will show you the origin here. Right? Origin is 0, 0. P is the length of the perpendicular. That means I can now use the perpendicular distance formula. By perpendicular distance formula, perpendicular distance is equal to ax1 plus by1 plus c upon square root of a square plus b square. Right? So in which case a is 1, this is a, x1 0 plus b, the coordinate of y is b, y1 0 plus c minus 5 upon square root of a square plus b square. Therefore, my perpendicular distance will be minus 5 upon root 2 modulus. Since it is modulus, the figure is going to be positive. So 5 upon root 2. Once I know in an equilateral or in any triangle, this is a particularly equilateral triangle. Now once I know in an equilateral triangle the height of the triangle, then I can find out the area of the triangle. Area of equilateral triangle is given by the formula 1 upon root 3 into h square, the height square. Fine, do we get this thing clear? So this is going to be 1 upon root 3 into 25 upon 2. 5 square is 25, root 2 square is 2. So in that case I will get this as 25 upon 2 root 3 square units. Let's move on to the next sum, guys. Let's see another sum. Last sum to finish this off. Triangle OAB is formed by the lines x square minus 4xy plus y square is 0 and line AB given by 2x plus 3y minus 1 is 0. You have to find out the equation of the median. Find equation of median of triangle through O. Let's draw the figure out first, guys. Coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis, origin. I have a pair of lines passing through the origin. These are my pair of lines passing through the origin. They are intersected by line AB. This is A, this is B. Okay, so I have a pair of lines passing through the origin. The equation of pair of lines is given. The equation of line AB is given. I have to find out the equation of median through O. Let us assume that D is the midpoint of AB. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Now, let us assume that A has coordinates x1, y1, B has coordinates x2, y2. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Let D be the midpoint of AB. Therefore, by midpoint formula, if I apply midpoint formula, the coordinates of D will be x1 plus x2 upon 2, comma y1 plus y2 upon 2. Those will be my coordinates of D. Now, since the line AB and the pair of lines intersect each other, therefore they give you equation of line is given to you as 2x plus 3y minus 1 is 0, in which case I can say that 2x is 1 minus 3y, x is 1 minus 3y upon 2. Equation of pair of lines. Equation of pair of lines is given by the formula x square minus 4xy plus y square is 0. Since the line AB and the equations of pair of lines intersect each other, the coordinates of line AB should satisfy the equation of pair of lines. That means I should be able to substitute x here. If I substitute x here, I will get 1 minus 3y upon 2 the whole square minus 4, 1 minus 3y upon 2 into y plus y square should give you 0, in which case I can say that 1 minus 3y the whole square upon 4 minus 4, 1 minus 3y upon 2 plus y square is 0. I could take 4 as the common denominator. So in which case, if I expand this is 1 minus 6y plus 9y square minus 4 2s are 8 minus 8 minus into minus plus 8 3s are 24y. Guys, I'm taking LCM, so this number becomes 8. The denominator was 2. To make the denominator 4, I multiplied the denominator by 2. So I have to multiply the numerator also by 2. So 8 into 1 is 8 and minus 8 into minus 3 is plus 24y plus 4y square is 0. Common denominator 4 goes on the other side to become 0. 9y square plus 4y square. 9y square plus 4y square is going to give you 13y square. 24y minus 6y is going to give you 18y. And what else is remaining? 1 minus 8 minus 7 is 0. So you will get there's something missing, people. Yes, y is missing. We just redo this calculation, guys. There was a y outside which I didn't write. We'll just redo this calculation. This can be written as 4 as the common denominator. So 1 minus 6y plus 9y square, 8y minus 8y, 4y is outside. Common denominator 2 has been converted into 4. 8y into 3. So this is going to be minus into minus plus 24y square plus 4y square is 0. So in which case I will get 24 plus 4, 28, 28 plus 9, 37y square minus 8, 14y plus 1 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic in y. Therefore, A is 37, B is minus 14 and C is 1. Now, let y1 and y2 be the roots. Therefore, I can say that y1 plus y2 is minus b upon is going to be nothing but minus b upon a. So that is going to be minus of minus 14, that's plus 14 upon 37, and y1 y2 is nothing but c upon a, which is going to be nothing but 1 upon 37. I know the value of y1 plus y2, I know the value of y1 y2, right? Now I know the value of y1 plus y2, so I can substitute this to get the answer. I can get the y coordinate of point D. Therefore, I can say y coordinate of point D is nothing but y1 plus y2 upon 2. So that's 14 upon 37 divided by 2, which is 7 upon 37. So I know the y coordinate. Now, since D lies on equation AB, the coordinates of D should satisfy the equation of AB. Since D lies on AB, I can therefore say that 2x1 plus x2 upon 2 plus 3 y1 plus y2 upon 2 minus 1 should be equal to 0. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so I'll get x1 plus x2 plus 3. y1 plus y2 upon 2 we found out as 7 upon 37, minus 1 is 0. x1 plus x2 is 1 minus 21 upon 37. x1 plus x2 is 37 minus 21, 31, 16 upon 37, right? Therefore, x1 plus x2 upon 2, you are dividing by 2, so 8 by 37. Hence, coordinates of D are going to be x1 plus x2 upon 2, that's 8 upon 37, and y1 plus y2 upon 2, that's 7 upon 37. Once I have the coordinates of D, then I can find out equation of OD. Equation of OD, right? OD is a line that passes through the origin. So first of all, I need to find out slope of OD. Slope of OD. Slope is given by the formula difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. So this is going to be difference of y coordinate 7 upon 37 minus 0. Coordinates of origin are 0, 0, and 8 upon 37 minus 0. So this is 7 upon 37 divided by 8 upon 37, which is nothing but 7 upon 8. So equation of OD. Since OD is a line that passes through the origin, equation of OD will be y is equal to mx. So y is equal to 7 upon 8x. 8y is equal to 7x. Therefore, 7x minus 8y is 0. That is the equation of median that passes through the sum. Right? This finishes this. We'll stop here for the day. Thank you very much.